The news hit Ottawa like a thunderclap, sending shockwaves through the corridors of power and leaving politicians scrambling for answers. Prime Minister Mark Carney, standing before a packed press gallery, announced a sweeping and unexpected review of Canada's largest military procurement in a generation. The $19 billion plan to buy 88 F-35A stealth fighters was suddenly on ice. Only the first 16 jets already in the pipeline were still guaranteed, leaving the fate of the rest in limbo and raising urgent questions about Canada's air defense future. The move sent shockwaves through the defense world, catching military analysts and industry insiders off guard, and signaled a major political shift that few had anticipated. Carney cited ballooning costs, poor F-35 readiness rates, and a desire for more industrial benefits for Canada. He emphasized the need for a deal that would not only strengthen national security, but also deliver real economic returns for Canadian workers and businesses. Underlying it all was a growing push to reduce reliance on the US, especially after recent trade tensions with Washington had strained the once rock-solid alliance. The government was now openly questioning whether Canada's defense future should be so closely tied to its southern neighbor. Attention quickly turned to Sweden's Saab Gripen E, a rival jet that promised Canadian assembly, thousands of new jobs, and valuable technology transfer, an enticing package for a government eager to boost domestic industry. The Royal Canadian Air Force was stunned. For them, the F-35's stealth capabilities and seamless US interoperability were non-negotiable, and the prospect of switching platforms raised deep concerns about operational readiness and alliance commitments. The decision reignited a long-simmering debate in Parliament and across the country. Should Canada double down on its US ties, or chart a more independent course in defense and foreign policy? One thing was clear: the F-35 saga was far from over, and the choices made in the coming months would shape Canada's military and its alliances for years to come. At the heart of the debate are two radically different jets, each representing a unique approach to modern air combat and national defense strategy. The F-35A, America's Ghost, is a stealthy fifth-generation fighter, nearly invisible to radar, packed with sensors, and designed for high-tech, first-strike missions. Its advanced stealth technology allows it to slip past enemy defenses, gathering intelligence and striking before it's even detected. It's a flying supercomputer, built for deep integration with US and allied forces. The F-35's networked systems allow real-time data sharing, making it a force multiplier in joint operations and giving pilots unmatched situational awareness. The Saab Gripen E, Sweden's Gripen, is a nimble, cost-effective 4.5-generation fighter. It's designed for flexibility and rapid deployment, with a focus on affordability and ease of use. It lacks full stealth but excels in operational efficiency, can operate from short runways, and is easy to maintain. The Gripen's rugged design means it can be serviced quickly, even in remote locations, keeping it mission-ready. The Gripen's advanced electronic warfare and Meteor missile integration offer unique advantages, giving it a powerful punch in air-to-air combat and strong defenses against modern threats. The F-35 is a scalpel for high-risk missions. The Gripen is a Swiss Army knife for versatile defense. Each jet is tailored to a different philosophy of air power and national priorities. For Canada, the choice is philosophical: deep US integration and cutting-edge tech, or affordable sovereignty and industrial benefits at home. It's a decision that will shape the country's defense, industry, and alliances for decades. The F-35 means alliance and interoperability. The Gripen means diversification and self-reliance. Each path offers distinct opportunities and challenges for Canada's future. Each jet offers a different vision for Canada's future in the skies, forcing the nation to weigh its values, partnerships, and ambitions as it chooses its next generation of fighter aircraft. The military's case for the F-35 is simple: capability and alliances. With Russia and China fielding their own stealth fighters, the RCAF argues only the F-35's stealth and sensor fusion can keep Canadian pilots safe in contested airspace. Its network data sharing is unmatched, making it the quarterback of modern warfare. For NORAD and NATO, seamless interoperability with the US is essential. The F-35's massive global user base promises lower long-term costs and continuous upgrades. Critics warn that choosing the Gripen risks higher sustainment costs and isolation as technology advances. The F-35 is more than a jet. It's Canada's ticket to the Premier League of Allied air power. Rejecting it could weaken Canada's influence in its most critical alliances. For defense leaders, the F-35 is the only real option. The Gripen's appeal is all about jobs, sovereignty, and practicality. Saab promises final assembly in Canada, technology transfer, and thousands of high-skilled jobs, transforming the purchase into a nation-building project. The Gripen is rugged, easy to maintain, and designed for dispersed operations, perfect for Canada's vast Arctic. It can launch from short runways and be serviced quickly by small teams, ideal for remote bases. Its lower purchase and operating costs mean more jets flying more often, stretching every defense dollar. Proponents argue a larger, affordable Gripen fleet would boost readiness and training. Choosing the Gripen would reduce dependency on U.S. supply chains and align with a push for stronger European ties. For many, the Gripen is a symbol of a more independent, diversified Canadian defense policy. It's not just a jet, it's a statement of national direction. A third option tempts politicians, a mixed fleet of F-35s and Gripens. The idea is to balance elite stealth capability with affordable, home-built fighters for domestic defense. Supporters say it's standard practice among G7 nations and could satisfy both military and industrial priorities, but military planners warn it would double logistics training and maintenance headaches, splitting the RCAF's limited resources. A 2025 study found mixed fleets are operationally inefficient and financially unsustainable. Interoperability would suffer, and integration with U.S. doctrine could be compromised. Despite the risks, the mixed fleet remains politically attractive, offering something for everyone. It's a classic Canadian compromise, avoiding hard choices, but inviting complexity. The debate exposes the tension between military efficiency and political pragmatism. The mixed fleet idea is the ultimate test of Canada's competing priorities. The fighter jet decision is now a political balancing act. Saab's promise of Canadian jobs and technology transfer is a powerful lure, especially compared to the F-35's uncertain industrial benefits. The Gripen offers a path to greater sovereignty, control over assembly, upgrades, and operations. The F-35, by contrast, keeps Canada tied to U.S. oversight and supply chains, fueling concerns about dependency. The Carney government's push for diversification is a response to shifting geopolitics and an unpredictable U.S. Choosing the Gripen or a mixed fleet would cement new ties with Europe and signal a more independent foreign policy. Cabinet is divided. Defense wants capability and U.S. ties. Industry wants jobs. Foreign affairs wants balance. The final call will be a political calculation, weighing military needs against economics, sovereignty, and strategy. The stakes go far beyond the cockpit. Whatever Canada decides, its U.S. relationship hangs in the balance. The F-35 would lock in deep defense integration for decades, reinforcing the NORAD partnership. Choosing the Gripen, or a mixed fleet, risks friction with Washington, which prizes interoperability. U.S. officials could see a non-American jet as a step back, potentially affecting Canada's influence in NORAD and Five Eyes. Trade tensions add another layer. A Swedish win could trigger economic retaliation or chill relations. Gripen, supporters argue, Canada's alliance with the U.S. is strong enough to survive a disagreement. Other NATO allies fly non-U.S. jets without losing American trust. The key is clear communication and reaffirming Canada's defense commitments, no matter the aircraft. The decision is a test of Canada's ability to assert its interests while managing its most vital partnership. The Gripen bid is part of a bigger Canadian pivot toward Europe, reflecting a broader shift in foreign and defense policy. As global alliances evolve, Canada is seeking to strengthen its ties with Northern European partners, looking beyond its traditional relationships. Under Carney, Ottawa has signed new defense and trade deals with the EU and Sweden, aiming to diversify beyond the US. These agreements are designed to open new markets, foster innovation, and create opportunities for Canadian industries while also deepening diplomatic ties. The fighter competition is now a symbol of this strategy, with Sweden emerging as a key partner. The Gripen in particular represents not just a military choice, but a statement about the direction of Canada's international partnerships. Recent agreements focus on joint R&D and Arctic security, areas where Canada and Sweden share interests. Both nations are committed to protecting the Arctic, advancing scientific research, and ensuring regional stability in a rapidly changing environment. Choosing the Gripen would turn these partnerships into a multi-billion-dollar reality, transferring aerospace know-how to Canada. It would mean new jobs, advanced technology, and a stronger domestic industry, with long-term benefits for Canadian workers and communities. For advocates, it's a chance to build a sovereign defense industry and reduce U.S. dependency. They argue that this is a rare opportunity to boost Canadian innovation and secure greater control over national defense assets. Critics warn that European ties can't replace the core U.S. defense relationship, especially for North American security. They caution that Canada's safety still relies on close cooperation with its southern neighbor, particularly through NORAD. The Carney government insists it's not either-or. The goal is a balanced policy, bridging North America and Europe. Officials say Canada can strengthen new partnerships while maintaining its most vital alliances. The Gripen decision is a test of this new vision, challenging Canada to define its role on the world stage and to balance competing priorities. As the world watches, Canada must decide if it can be both a loyal ally and an independent actor, charting a path that secures its interests at home and abroad. As autumn 2025 deepens, Canada faces a defining choice. The fighter jet decision will shape the nation's industry, alliances, and identity for decades. One path, the F-35, safe, conventional, maximizing U.S. ties and military capability, but costly and dependent. The other, the Gripen, are a mixed fleet, bold, prioritizing jobs, sovereignty, and European partnerships, but riskier for alliances. The outcome will affect billions in spending, thousands of jobs, and Canada's global standing. Most importantly, it signals what kind of country Canada wants to be: a steadfast U.S. partner, or a more independent middle power. As the aging CF-18s patrol the skies, their replacement remains a symbol of a nation at a crossroads. The world is watching, and so are Canadians. The next chapter is about to be written.